Holy shit, dudes. All right, so before I get into everything, yeah, like I'm still mad at Tiffany. I'm not as mad, but I'm at the same time not happy, and I'm not really gonna put up any for bullshit. Um, I was starting to like mellow out a little bit, and then some other shit happened and didn't even involve her that just made me take the whole thing into perspective. Maybe I'll go into it more later, but right now, I'll just say that I just found out that okay, so all the things that I wanted to do when I had the money that I didn't do because I was like, oh, there's just a better option out there and all that bullshit. And what I thought was, again, like I didn't know Tiffany was Stephanie, and I was like in the back of my mind, carrot on a stick is Tiffany Wayne and all that bullshit, right? So if I would have not done that shit, I would have basically been flying around and partying and like going to Maui and all that bullshit on my own, the 1.2 million. And I had it set up where I was going to take these three bitches with me one at a time to these places. It's back when I met these bitches back when I was doing that when I was talking to that Etsy ballerina bitch, and she basically told me she had a kid, so I was like, fuck you, and I started talking to these other bitches. And then just for whatever reason, I got like COVID basically happened, right? So I was just doing other shit. I just hunkered down and got through it. Because I'm mad at Tiffany, and I've been like, for real, as long as that bitch, look, that bitch stole a bunch of money and whored around with a bunch of dudes. There's no way, shape, in hell. There's no way in hell. There's no way, shape, or form anything you do or did prior to you stealing that money is going to have any weight with me. You are a ghetto used goods whore because you stole a bunch of money to whore around with a bunch of losers and make auto-tune music so you can sell for less than a fourth of a half of a cent online because you beg for money. And that's your big plan. And Tiffany wants to pretend she's a whore, act like a whore, and pretend she's some like ghetto wannabe, all that bullshit. But she has a massive family safety net full of money. Okay? Now, what Tiffany doesn't understand is the way she pretends to be, some people have to be and don't want to. Only someone retarded would glorify something, a lesser existence, right? So long and the short, I just found out that one of the bitches I would have been vacationing with and plowing the whole time committed suicide last year. I don't know when. I don't know the whole thing. It's either like, and I don't even know the whole story. Either they committed suicide or it was some kind of a COVID related vaccine thingy that caused them to die. Probably what happened was they keep on telling me I'm like a dream come true to them because I'll treat them nice. I just set boundaries and I won't let them cross. And if you cross those boundaries, I'll just kick you out. I won't do anything to you physically, right? So they keep on telling me I'm like a dream come true. So probably what happened was this bitch who has an East Asian face uh, went vacationing with some weirdos who promised her the world, lied to her, and things went bad and bitch ended it. If I could go back in time, if I knew Tiffany was Stephanie, I would have said, fuck you, you stupid whore. I'm gonna go hang out with this other bitch. She was an OnlyFans bitch. I was never gonna settle down with her, but I thought she was cute. I thought she was nice. Thought she was funny. The main reason why I didn't do anything with her was because of her OnlyFans shit. I was gonna like take her away from OnlyFans and save her and all that bullshit. Not really, just I hate to say, what I ended up doing with Asha would have been with her. But I do remember that video when I was doing those shrooms, allegedly, and I was talking about Saturn and all that bullshit, and I was talking how I could like feel, because again, this is gonna sound crazy. There's something about like the shrooms, I could like feel some kind of an energy, and after we were done, I saw some like hooded, cloaked figure get really mad at me and vanish, and I could kind of tell that like that was they basically were mad at me for not letting them. And the thing is, like, some of the shit that happened to this girl, I remember Asha telling me she was going with. So in my opinion, whatever, like, these Black Magic, Dark Times, Lords of Saturn, they were like, we need a victim. We can't have this one. We'll go for that one. And as crazy as it's going to sound, the actions of people like Tiffany are what allows that energy to exist. Why do we have rich chaebol brats pretending to be wannabe gangsta whores so they can beg for money online? She doesn't need that $1,000 a month. She just wants you to notice her. I'll do another video later. I don't even know what to say. I never really knew. I talked to this bitch once or twice, thought she was hot, and made jokes about like nutting on her face. But she was a human being, and the shit she was doing was because she just needed money. So people do all these weird things because they need money, and they want to do things like have a garden and live their life. And people with a whole bunch of money like Tiffany want to whore around with losers and pretend to be something they're not and never going to be so they can have attention. Do you see why I don't want this bitch in my life? I basically wasted time with a phantom when I could have had something real. Again, this bitch is fake as fuck. Okay, she's real, but she's fake as fuck. She is a real person, but she is fake as fuck. And I don't want to go into it right now, but if you look into it, Lady Gaga basically murdered one of her best friends and stole her identity. Tiffany is so into these clubs, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something like that about her. And I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I'm just going to let the feds get the money back, and I'm done with this stupid bitch. Because she's never going to take that music down. She's never going to stop being a whore. She's never going to stop pretending that, CPM is important and all that bullshit. She'll do everything but what she wants to do herself because she's damaged goods and she's been broken by the industry. Have a nice day.